main audio source instead of your AirPods.
I would love to see you actually do an IQ test and see what you get, because I guarantee you it wouldn't be as high as mine.
They're going to have to realign. They're going to have to recreate the scale when that happens.
When you take it?
Because the max score is too low.
They're
going to say, wow, this was way too easy. We need to increase the max score you can get. Kind of like a credit score. It's like 840 or something, the highest you can get. The IQ test is going to get realigned, recreated, restructured. I might do it.
You're trash. You're absolute trash. What's up, Reds? Welcome to the Sunday Summary Talk Show. I'm your host, Kyle. With me, as always, is Steve. And we're just chatting real quick, warming up, talking about how Steve's IQ is significantly lower than mine, no question.
No comment.
No comment.
Until we get the facts.
Look, let's look at these facts, okay? Liverpool put 4 past Southampton yesterday, bro. 4, okay? Was I surprised? No. Was I pleased? Yes. Was I expecting us to play as well as we did in the first 60 minutes of the game? Absolutely not. That is the best first 60 minutes of football I've seen all season, Steve.
Yeah, that was going to be my first question is, are you surprised? You're not. You're surprised by, like, the fast start, sounds like.
But like, everything was happening for us. The link-up play was phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. We were creating chances left and right. I mean, dude, we had 2 chances within 2 minutes. And then the rest of the first half, everyone was playing well. There wasn't a single person on that field who was not having themselves a day, bro. Every single person. Go through it. Like, that is the best game of football we've played all season, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, it was a clean match, like the whole 9 yards. I got to say, though, like, them attacking on the left side did make me nervous.
Southampton?
Yeah. There was, like, a few moments, and, like, Alisson had a few little, not costly errors, but just, like, little blips on his radar, I guess you could say. That's the only bad thing I could take away from the game, is that I felt like Southampton had a few breakaways, one-on-ones with Alisson. I thought Alisson was a little sketchy back there at times.
I thought Alisson was excellent yesterday when it came to making saves. Now, there was one out ball from him that was just like, what are you doing? But, that's typical of Alisson. I mean, I know you've said in the past you get nervous when the ball's at his feet.
I do. Yeah, because he's fearless.
But to a fault.
I want you to be fearful as a keeper. Yes. Yeah. I want you to be fearful when you're delivering the ball.
Yeah. But in terms of saves yesterday, I mean, Alisson quick down to his right side after, I think it was a shot from Armstrong or whoever.
Yeah, that was a good save.
Great save. I mean, and he was just getting himself involved in the game. That's the modern game. I mean, Alisson's going to be part of the game. I mean, utilize that goalkeeper as a player. But I just want to say good morning to everyone who's in the chat. Liz, Daddy Chill, and Babu, what's going on, everyone? Make sure you leave your thoughts throughout the show in the comment section. Now, just going over to some of the comments that were made after the match. I mean, let's talk about Thiago first off, okay? Thiago this week had a phenomenal week, okay? Scoring against Porto with the crispest strike I've ever seen. I mean, it wasn't, and you take into account like Fabinho's strike, Coutinho's strikes back in the day. I mean, Gerrard's strikes. This is up there. We may never see a ball hit as clean as that. Like, just the way he flicks his foot at a ball is just next level. I mean, what was your first thought when that happened? Because I watched the game back after the fact. And
best volley I've seen.
Without a doubt.
Best Liverpool volley I've seen since I've been following it, like, hardcore. Following and supporting the club hardcore. The best volley I've seen, hands down. The goal and the Fabinho goal are 2 completely different things. Because
Completely
Thiago
different.
can't put that type of power on a ball from a dead stop.
Right.
Like Fabinho can, but Fabinho can't. It went down and then rose up before hitting the ground. It
So,
was
all
like
right.
a golf shot. Like you
That's
can do that with a
exactly what I
golf
thought.
ball.
Yes. One thing I
Also,
want to add
don't
to that
forget
real
about
quick
Salah's
before you
goal
go on.
against Chelsea.
So real quick before you keep going, I want to add to that. So I watched it like 20 times, and then I realized it actually skimmed the ground. Like it was a rock off of a lake, bro. It literally skimmed across the ground and then gained speed and rose. It was beautiful. Everything about it.
Just this, I was saying like the other day, I was saying like I don't think that there may be like a couple other people in the world that can do that.
Yeah. But as clean as
That's
that,
that's
nobody.
that's a gift. You don't
It's
learn
yeah.
that. You can't practice that. That is just a skilled magician that we have on our hands.
He's
So,
a talent. He's a talent. And when he can stay healthy, I mean, that's the kind of player that you love to bring in. I just want to say this real quick. So there's something to be said, yeah, maybe you're bringing in a player who's 29, 30 years old, but Thiago's a winner. He knows how to play the game and he is world class. I don't care what anyone says. He is a world class midfielder. And that strike just proves it. And every time he passes the ball, it proves it even more. Just phenomenal. And another thing, let's talk about Salah. Even when Salah's not producing goal-wise, the man is still on the assist sheet. He's always making stuff happen. He's always getting involved, man. This team is it's just great. Okay, so we talked about Thiago's goal midweek. Let's talk about Jota. Jota back to his best. He went through you can't even call it a cold period. You just went through a period where he wasn't necessarily producing every time he played. He's back to his best now, man. Jota is up there with Salah and Mane as the team's leading scorers, as he should be. I mean, he's our forward, but I mean, Klopp's comments on Jota, I'll get to those in a minute. I mean, just what have you thought of Jota all week, man? This week has just been a great week for the team.
well, it's league's leading scorers, is what you meant, not team.
Well,
It's
both.
Salah, Mane, and Jota. Each have what, 7?
Yeah.
That's top 3 in the league, I think.
It's up there because Harry Kane isn't doing anything this season. Nothing. And Jamie Vardy, but those are usually the two that are right up there.
Yeah, Son, he'll be around somewhere, Aubameyang in years past, but
Yeah, Tottenham are going through it right now, bro. But let's go over to the chat. We got some new people joining in. Oyvind, what's going on? Benjamin, Cobra, Ian Ross, what's good, everyone? Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're at. Cobra says here, Thiago played well. He would give the ball away sometimes as he's trying to play forward, not sideways. The only time I remember him giving the ball away is like that first time where there was like that poor back pass to Alisson, and Alisson had to come out and save it in the first half. That was the only thing I remember. Other than that, him and Fabinho, just quality, so quality. Henderson even yesterday was getting involved. He tried his trademark finish. It went over the bar, but that's fine. I literally have nothing bad to say about anyone yesterday. Even Robertson, man. Robertson came in and was like, oh, you guys are chit-chatting about Samika starting over me? Yeah, nice try. And then just comes in, just world class from Robertson, dude.
Yeah, he was unbelievable yesterday.
So freaking good, dude.
Unbelievable. He's just the best player on the pitch at times.
And he might not be the most technical, but you're right. He's like the best player on the pitch. He was linking up with Mane perfectly yesterday. Oh my God. I don't have anything bad to say about the squad yesterday. Like, amazing performance. Now, Ross's only concern here is Alisson is the fallout from him to Adrian to Kelleher. Neither of them is a sweeper keeper, which gives our defense a different dynamic. Fair point. I don't even classify Adrian as our keeper anymore. I think he's just here. Kelleher is the number 2. I mean, when Kelleher comes in, I feel confident with Kelleher in goal.
Guy's unbelievable. Kelleher's never put a foot wrong. Not one time.
He's Nat Phillips. He's like Nat Phillips.
It's like Nat Phillips for me.
Yeah.
If Kelleher's going to start, like, obviously I'm not going to be thrilled about it because that means that something happened to Alisson, right? Or he got suspended or he's hurt, whatever.
Right.
Knock on wood. But until I see Kelleher make a mistake, a costly mistake, I have to give him the benefit of the doubt. That's the way I operate. You know this.
That's how everyone
Same
should
thing goes for
operate.
Nat Phillips. Nat
Yeah.
Phillips, to me, he's probably the second best center back, third best center back we have. Because he's never
You're
done anything wrong.
smoking crack, bro.
He's never done anything to move below the number 3 spot. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. But
We know he's good. You're right. I mean, but he's not number. Everyone knows.
Harvey Elliott, he never put a foot wrong, and then he got hurt
in 3 games. Small sample
so
size.
I hold Queven Kelleher, Elliott, and Nat Dini Phillips in very, very high regard.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, and so Mohammed asking about will they be available for Chelsea game in January? Salamane Keita. So yeah, Klopp's comments after the game, he said we're working on it. We don't know for sure yet. In the interview after the game. Now, Klopp talking about Jota, okay, in the post-match interview, okay, he says obviously Diogo is an exceptional player and he offers everything to us that we need. He can play in a 10 and a 4-2-3-1. He can play in every position across the front line. This is stuff we already knew, but Klopp's just reiterating it, especially after Jota had a great performance, and he's had great performances all week. I mean, and he likes the fact that he can now rotate. So these players in the front don't have to play 50 games a year. They can play 35, and we can still be competitive in every single match. So that's what he really likes. That's what he was talking about. Now, when asked about that, Sadio Mane and everyone playing, he said, not really. It's early for that. We're still talking. Yes, we are hoping, is what he said in regards to that. So stay tuned for that, everyone. Let's see what else we got here. Cobra says, on Nat Phillips, should he go on loan to Villa or Newcastle? Do a hell of a job for them. You know, I'm sure he would. But we sent out Ben Davies on loan. I think we're keeping Nat Phillips around for something. I don't know. But I like having Nat Phillips as cover, Steve.
Just in case.
Yeah.
I mean, what did you think of Konate yesterday?
I mean,
what did you think?
I was thinking about this last night. Okay, here's the deal. Let's backtrack real quick. Give me about 3 minutes to explain this. Okay. We all knew, and you and I, when I say we all, I was talking about me and Steve. You and I said Konate's not going to come in and just immediately be a starter, okay, which is still true. He's not a starter. He's a rotational player. Everyone thought, though, he would. So the first thing is he's not. However, when I watch Konate play, dude, this kid is 21 or 22 years old, okay? Put me on the record right now, I see this kid being a top 5 defender in the world in a couple years' time. This guy is phenomenal, okay? You see the young mistakes he makes. That's fine. But the man can sprint. His one-on-one defending is exceptional, okay? We saw it against Porto, against Luis Diaz. I mean, he wasn't letting anyone get a cross in. He does get caught out. He commits a little too early. That's a criticism we've had of him since he came in. And even when he was at Leipzig, he commits a little too early. But Konate is just a beast. He's probably the most athletic player on the team. He is probably the most athletic player on the team, guys. And for a defender to have that ability, he has the potential to be world class. He needs, if he hones that athleticism, this guy could be the best defender in the world.
So that 3-minute rant, what you could have just said was he has an insane amount of potential.
I hate you.
So here's the deal. I'm only doing this because I got so much heat last year for saying that he was barely ever going to play. Do you remember this?
Of course I do. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. People just Konate and Virgil. It's like, okay. I want you and everyone that's in this chat. How many people we got in here? Not a ton. It's early. Earlier than our normal time.
Time change.
Let me know. Give me a player rating for Konate versus Porto. And then give me one for him yesterday. Because I thought he played somewhat poorly in both matches. He was our worst player against Porto. No one played actually bad yesterday. But He got caught out a few times.
But right.
And when he
But
gets
again,
burned, he just jogs back. He just jogs back.
I mean, he
Like if
got
he
burned.
knows he's beat,
Yeah.
he's just walking back essentially.
Well, I
'Cause he
mean, what
knows
else are you
Virgil's
going to
gonna
do?
clean it up.
Well,
He
what else
he
are you going to
will.
do if you're beat? Are you just going to sprint for no reason?
Yeah, you get your ass
Okay, that was a
back there.
stupid question. That was a stupid question. Yeah.
Because for a deflection or something, I don't know. Look, I like him. He's gifted. I think the worst thing that can happen for those people that were saying Kanate is the fact that they put him in and we beat Man United 5-0.
All right, listen, I think you're
And
looking at
everyone's like,
the past two games in an isolated like group. Think about Kanate as just a player. Like when you watch him play, what he does, how he marks players, how he passes with pace, how he sprints, his technical ability. Where do you think he'll be in a couple years' time? Let's say 3 years' time.
well, I do want to just give a shout out to Ian Richard here. Apart from being slow to get back at times yesterday, I'm glad you saw that. So much goes on in these matches. I just feel like every game I pick up on a couple random little things. That was one.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's just nitpicky. Where do I see him in 2 or 3 years?
Mm-hmm.
Starting next to Virgil.
Exactly. Start next to
French
Virgil.
national team starter.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Konate,
Kimpembe, whoever.
Konate, in my opinion, Konate is. No, I'm not going to say that. Kimpembe is good. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's him and Marquinhos at PSG, but I think Konate has the potential to be way better than Kimpembe. He doesn't hold anything to Konate in terms of athletic ability. All you need is raw athleticism, and you can hone any sport you want with the right training.
Yep.
All right? To your credit, yeah, he was caught out sometimes yesterday, but he's still young. These are all things that have been a problem. He commits too early sometimes, and he gets caught out. Okay? Those are the only things. But like his decision-making and his ability to think quickly, quick decision-making is great. It's exactly where it should be. And his strength, his positioning, I think, is very good too. And just again, his 1v1 defending. It's like Virgil. I mean, Virgil, and Matip 1v1 defending is exceptional. And it comes from the athleticism. When I was watching the game yesterday, the only reason I bring this up is because I'm just thinking about the fact that this guy can be the best defender in the world in a couple years' time. I legitimately think that. Like, we snatched him up at a great time.
Yeah, I don't necessarily disagree with you. Like, the potential's there. I don't know what he's going to offer from like a leader perspective or like a work ethic perspective. I don't know.
Yeah.
We don't have to worry about that because Virgil's going to be around for a while.
Yeah, I mean, he just signed the new deal.
The way Virgil plays, he's going to play for a long time.
Yeah. No, I agree.
So,
I agree. And
Allison
guys,
too. Allison's going to play for a long time.
Listen to me, guys, right now. I'd definitely say Konate has jumped Joe Gomez in the pecking order. Not only just because of the injury, but when I've seen Joe Gomez play this year, not impressed. Not impressed. He struggled in getting back into form after the injury. Konate is the third best defender we have. Okay? That's the truth. Does he make mistakes? Yes. But like I said, this kid, I just see it in this kid. Just raw athleticism. It's just phenomenal. It's just absolutely phenomenal. And I'll leave it at that. I just absolutely love it. Let's see what we got going on in the chat. Mark, LFC UK, what's going on? And
Muhammad, buddy,
what's that?
You don't have to keep throwing those comments in. We see him. Thanks for participating.
Who are we talking about?
Muhammad. He's got a lot of stuff here. He just keeps copy and pasting it.
Yeah.
The listen up Kyle comments come through like 3 times. We love the participation, man. Thank you so much. But
Yeah, we'll get to
We'll
you,
get
bud.
to it.
We'll get to you.
to it.
There's not enough people to where you need to copy and paste in the chat.
Yeah,
like we see the comments.
Yeah, this isn't Joe Rogan podcast.
Yeah, we see them. We see them.
This is nothing but Reds.
Kanate's presence gives Joe Gomez the time to recover and find form, in my opinion. Well, yeah, absolutely. It's probably why we brought him in. It was hilarious hearing fans tell everyone to shoot. Yeah, after I can't remember after what goal, but every time someone touched the ball, whether it was Hendo, Kanate, Van Dijk, they were just going shoot. I love it. I absolutely love that because we were scoring everything, bro.
I know, and that Mane header was nice. The one they called off.
Mane and Jota, their heading ability is so forgotten about.
And they're small.
They're small, yeah. You don't need to be big to be good at heading.
If a ball goes into Jota, I'm like, oh, he's getting ahead on that.
Yeah. He's really good, bro. He's really good. Ben says, remember when Joe was next in line after Verge? Look, it's a form thing. It is just a form thing. When Joe is next to Verge, he's phenomenal. But if he's not in good form, Matip and Kanate will play. And it doesn't help that Joe Gomez was injured either. But yeah, Steve, who else was standout? How'd you think Ox did when he came on?
I think I'm just glad he's healthy.
Me too.
He's played. Did you see the stat about 60+ minutes? 6 straight games leading up to yesterday. He played over 60 minutes.
Wait, say that again?
For the first time since joining the club.
Wow.
6 straight games in a row. He played greater than 60 minutes.
Wow.
5 of those were starts. 1 was he got subbed on in like the 20th minute. I think someone got hurt.
First time for the club.
First time for the club.
That's something else I was thinking about yesterday too. So he legitimately spent 2 years out, guys. 2 years since he's been here, he has spent out, basically. Because he was out for a full 12 months after the injury against Roma, and then he re-injured it, and he was out for 5 months? Like, he has been out.
Yeah, dude.
Like, we haven't even been, he's not been available.
I don't think you're going to see much of him when Harvey Elliott comes back.
Yeah, well, that remains to be seen. Again, I love what I see from Harvey Elliott, but he's played 3 games, Steve. He's played 3 games.
I know. He's probably a few months away, so we don't even have to talk about this right now.
Yeah. Nat Phillips needed some love. Look, Nat Phillips is the man, but I haven't seen him this season, bro.
That's because he's a secret weapon. They're going to bring him out in the Champions League final.
Yeah.
It's going to be him and Milner. They're going to start in the Champions League final.
At center back?
No, Milner's going to play left back. No, he's going to play center mid. He's going to play normal center mid. They'll put Nat Phillips at the back they'll bring Kabak back on loan. And then they'll put Sepp Vandenberg right wing, and then the rest of the lineup.
I was going to say they got to recall him. We're just going to recall everyone and start those guys.
Is he on a 2-year loan at Preston?
No, I don't think so.
I haven't seen him.
Well, do you watch Preston North End?
Anyone got a pulse on Naby Keita?
Naby Keita, bro. Oh, I love that guy. I'm just so happy that most of our midfielders are back healthy now. Now,
I'm so glad to see James freaking Milner yesterday.
Oh God, he's the man. Thomas says, let's not forget Joe Gomez won the league and UCL as a starter. Look, valid point. No one's debating Joe Gomez wasn't great in the past. I'm just talking about right now. Kanate's jumped him because when Joe Gomez has played, it's very limited, but when he's played, he's been trash. Okay? I'm not trying.
Konate was trash against Porto. Trash.
He was not trash. You're smoking crack.
He was so bad against Porto.
Look, he was average against Porto, and he was solid yesterday. Okay? I'm telling you right now, being next to Virgil immediately makes you play better. Okay? Now, I'm telling you, you have always been in the boat that Joe Gomez was better than Matip. That's just not the truth. Matip is better than Joe Gomez. But Matip is better than Konate also. Konate has just jumped Joe Gomez in the order because of the injuries and everything. All right. No one's dissing James Milner. Was anyone dissing James Milner?
We'll kick him right out of the chat if that's the
No,
case.
you are getting banned from the channel. No, I'm just kidding, man. Now,
okay, so I'm pulling up player
please.
ratings.
Steve goes with player ratings
because no one, like, who cares? It was last game. It was 2 matches ago at this point in a meaningless game. Like, no one actually cares. But I just want to, like, he was the lowest rated player on our team. And Tyler Morton played, Kyle.
Yo, don't you dare talk about. I heard a negative
I'm just
connotation
saying, we had
with that.
the kids in, and Konate played the worst game on our team.
I just think sometimes you're over the top with analyzing these guys. Like, he played the worst on the team. We won the game, Steve.
What does that matter?
The last 10 games, the last 10 days, we've just played phenomenal football. I don't know. I feel like you're being a little negative. I feel like you should be happy.
We should have won that game 5-0 the other day.
Okay, fair enough. But look, I'm not mad. I'm not mad about the performance. No one thinks about the performances if you win. They only criticize them if you lose.
I just cannot believe that Gomez is not like a regular player for this team. I don't understand. He's supposed to be like England's best center back.
He's injured.
Like, Steve. Now. I know, but he's supposed to be at the point in his career now where he is their best center back.
Fair.
I just think about how good he was like 2 years ago.
Look, here's the thing about, you know this, Steve. You know this, though, bro. As a professional athlete, a lot of it depends on form, rhythm, and the opportunity to play. If you're injured, you don't get the opportunity to play. If you're injured, you don't have the chance to develop the rhythm. And if you're injured, you can't play, bro. So it literally takes away everything that you need. And not to mention the fact that everyone else is jumping you in the pecking order. And when he got the opportunities to play this season, he didn't bounce back like Verge did. Like,
yeah, no, he didn't.
You know what I mean? Like, you got an opportunity to bounce back and play. And you were playing a low side. You're playing Norwich City in the Carabao Cup. Okay? You should have been the best player on the field, and you weren't. I mean, I'm sorry. Like, I have no sympathy if you don't take your opportunities. Whereas Konate has been taking his opportunities, in my opinion. Okay, Ox recently has been taking his opportunities. You know what I mean? Tyler Morton has been taking his opportunities. This season, Naby Keita has been taking his opportunities up until the injury. You know what I mean? This is just where my brain goes. Oh, okay.
No.
Look. Okay, sir. To be honest, we played bad against Southampton. The pass is just poor. We could win 9-0 last night. Okay.
We didn't play bad. We could have done more. I agree.
No. This is just flat out wrong. I'm sorry. Look, I love all you guys, and I love that you contribute to the channel. I really do. But this is just a freezing take. Did you watch the game? Did you watch the match? I'm not saying the last 30 minutes were excellent, but if you watch from the first minute to the 60th minute, especially the first half, that's some of the best football I've seen offensive football I've seen our team play all season. Some of the best passing I've seen all season. And for you to say that the passing was poor is just crazy. Like, within the first 2 minutes, we had 2 chances created. And then we just continued to build on that. We were playing balls over the top. Crosses were accurate. Everything was on point. So I just completely disagree with that take. Okay.
Kyle is clearly fired up this morning. Maybe
I
some
was
chances.
thinking about it, dude, because I went back and rewatched the game. I didn't have to do a watch along or anything, so I was just chilling, watching the game, so I was able to analyze everything. And I was just thinking to
I think we
myself,
could have scored more. I think we could have scored. I think he's right. We could have scored like 9. That
100%.
doesn't mean we played bad,
100. No, I agree. We
but we could
probably
have been
should
more
have scored at
clinical
like
in the
6 or
final third.
7. I agree with him. We
Yeah.
probably should have scored 6 or 7. But dude,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Is Kyle giving Steve a locker room talk? I mean, hey, sometimes you got to do it. You got to do it. The Bachelor
Yeah, I
here.
mean,
Steve, you want to read this one?
welcome back. In my
You want to
opinion,
read this
Kaiser
one?
needs more time to settle in and find himself in the team, but his recovery speed is pretty impressive, though. When he decides to sprint, I will throw that asterisk in there. Plus, he's a solid guy. People bounce off him when he bumps them. Yeah, this goes to just his size and athleticism. It's almost like, and I hope this doesn't come across like the wrong way, but like, when you have a dog that's a huge dog, but he's still a puppy, and
Yeah.
he just like can take people out because he's just like not just completely dialed in. Like that's what I see with Konate. He's just so raw. There's nothing about his game that's polished at all. Like he's going to continue to like fine tune his skills and his can't believe I'm saying this because he's a pro footballer. His coordination. You know what I mean?
No, I agree 100%.
Like he's a little sloppy out there.
Yeah.
But that's he's like a giraffe that was just born.
He's like when you played rec, like it's like when you play basketball when you're growing up and the kid who has grown way faster than everyone else in the league. He's not good at the sport, but he's massive, so you put him at center and then you give him the ball and he tries to shoot and he doesn't know what to do and he's just super uncoordinated. That's 100% what Konate is. But that's why I said in 3 years' time, this kid could be the best player in the world. Or not best player, best defender in the world.
Yeah, no, but you get what I'm saying. Here we go. Verberation, 832. This is a good one. So I don't necessarily agree with the last piece here. I'll read this first. So Liverpool's defense is suspect. They gave up too many chances. Could have been 4-3. Chelsea are favorites because their defense is better. So I don't necessarily agree with the favorites piece unless you're literally talking about like betting odds because they might have a better betting chance to win the actual league. I still think it's Liverpool that is, in my opinion, or City, going to win the league. Now, as much as it pains me to say this, Kyle, because you know how much I pride or like how much I am obsessed with defense and clean sheets, which we got yesterday.
Yeah.
I do think our defense is a bit suspect as well. Like I said, they had chances. Like
Steve, we have 3 clean sheets in a row.
But dude, 4-3, I think is a little bit of a stretch. But they deserve like Southampton, they deserved like 2 goals yesterday. Probably. If we didn't have Alice, if Adrian was back there, it would have been a 4-2 game.
No. But take away hypotheticals. The job of the goalkeeper is to make saves. You can't say it should have been this if the goalkeeper made a save. That's his job.
No. No. It's not. It's less about Allison. I don't care if the ball goes in the back of the net. If we still like, I do care. But they had one-on-ones against Allison, and that should never happen because there is no player on that attack that you should be worrying about.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get what Verberation is saying here, and I wish he was wrong, but he's not. We're a little sketchy at times, and Chelsea have only let up like 4 goals all season.
Yeah, Chelsea been their defense is very good.
Think about how crazy that is.
I agree. But Thomas Smith here, I mean, he brings up a good point. We play that high line, and there's always going to be a little more risk. I mean, that's true. And it doesn't help that sometimes Allison is a little sketchy with the ball at his feet. Now, look, I'll agree with you. I'll 100% agree with you that our defense is suspect at times in terms of letting them get in behind or someone committing too far forward and then them just, filling the channels and making chances. Okay. But that's our style of play. Sometimes it doesn't work out to our advantage, and sometimes we get smoked on the counterattack, But what I'm saying is we have 3 clean sheets, okay, in the last 3 games. So just think about that. Even all these chances that we've let up, we haven't conceded. I just want to take that into account because I know you love clean sheets, Steve. There was a point in time where over like 3 or 4 games, we let in 10 goals. That was earlier this season. It was like the Brentford match. And then after that, I can't remember who we played. But we
City.
yeah. So this is what I'm saying.
Atletico Madrid.
We let in 10 goals, is what I'm saying, over a short period of time. So we go through these phases, right? But all that matters at the end of the day is that you get a clean sheet. And we scored 4, fam.
No, I know. We're just smashing teams right now.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
That's what we're doing.
Arsenal, Porto, yesterday. I'm just not surprised anymore. We're just really good. Really good.
I just hate you now because you literally said like 10 minutes ago that we played like crap against Porto.
We didn't play that good against Porto, Kyle.
But you just said
they had
we're
like
so
7
good.
chances in the first half. I don't know if we had a single one.
I'm just trying to watch
the game?
Yeah, of course. I watch every game.
Okay, so that Thiago volley, like, that is unbelievable.
Thiago.
And then what was the other one?
Thiago Alcantara.
Was it Minamino?
What?
Was it Minamino for the second one?
Dude, what? That was called offside.
So who scored the second goal? I don't even remember. Salah?
Oh, my God. Salah,
yeah,
bro.
I remember now.
Clean, bro. Clean.
Yeah, I don't think we played particularly great. 2-0 is, I don't think it tells the story of the game. It's also like Porto is like going with their best lineup, I think. I mean, I don't follow Porto.
No, not at all.
But it was a meaningless game.
Let's put it this way. Porto subbed on Marco Grujic. Who I love. Great header against Barca. What else? He didn't give anything else to us. I hope he does well. But I'm just trying to put it in perspective for you guys. Like, Porto is not that great of a side. So, but again, like you said, we played Tyler Morton, you know? Liz, appreciate the super chat. $5 super chat from Liz, channel legend. I love the definite wins we're having as of late up the Reds. That's right. And I think Paloit here, 5-0 in Arrow against Watford, and then Man United, and then 4-0 against Arsenal and Southampton. These are all recent results. And I mean, we just came out with a different.
We're not going to mention West Ham.
Okay. Fair. West Ham played so well, though. They played so well. They game planned for us perfectly. You know what I mean?
Counterattack.
It's so good. And one thing I do want to say, I think the reason Liverpool came out firing so quickly yesterday was because within 10 seconds, Southampton were in behind. And Liverpool were like, all right, we got to wake up. Like Southampton.
Yeah, I'm just tired of people getting in behind. Like, I can't stand it.
Oh, my God.
It's sketchy back there.
It is.
You and I were playing for Southampton yesterday. Like, we would have gotten a couple chances by default. Just because of that high line.
Oh, my God. Steve, I agree with Liz, bro. Steve, I don't know if it's early or what, but you are negative this morning.
See, here's the thing. You get too high on these wins. Like, if you take Porto into perspective, that wasn't a great match for us.
Steve, it's not like we won one game. We've won 3 in a row, all clean sheets, and we're smashing teams.
I know. I like that piece. I'm specifically talking about Porto. If you look at a bigger picture and you see the last 5 results, last 3 results, you go, wow, Liverpool's on fire. But if you unpack that a little bit and you read the fine print, our defense was suspect yesterday at times.
Okay, are you talking about Porto or yesterday? Because which one are you talking about?
I'm telling you, that's all I'm saying about yesterday's match. But in terms of Porto, that wasn't a great match. I'm not being negative. That is a fact. I don't think it was a great match.
Okay, and fair. Let's okay. let's concede that. It wasn't a great match. Nico Williams started. Then we had Konate, Matip, and then Tsimikas. Okay. Allison, of course, in goal. All right. Then we had what? Thiago, Ox, and was it Hendo in the midfield? Is that right?
No, it was
Or did Fabinho play? Fabinho, Thiago, Ox?
that sounds right.
Fabinho, Thiago, Ox
No,
in the
Morton.
midfield.
Morton.
Morton didn't start, did he?
Yeah, I think he did. No, he didn't.
He didn't start. Did he
I don't
start?
know. Yeah.
I can't remember if he started. But my point is we rotated that game. Okay? So there's bound to be some errors.
All right, here we go. The Bachelor.
Oh, Steve, jumping at the people who
And then
agree
we can
with
go
him.
with the next one.
Okay, go ahead.
Steve is right. You get warning bells for a while, but winning makes you ignore it. In this scenario, that's what Kyle's doing, which is fine because I've been there. Until the right team comes and exposes you.
Valid. I mean, I agree.
Look, this is just a greedy, nitpicky thing that I'm doing here.
It's because it's early. If this was 9 o'clock, Steve would be like, I love this team. This team is great.
Look, I do love this team, but you know I'm critical as well. That's my job here. You and I can't get out here and have a parade.
I understand. That's why I keep you around.
Southampton.
That's why I keep you around.
No, that's why I keep you around.
Yeah.
Is to keep me level-headed, which doesn't work. Anyways, Nick Red says he agrees with me. Too many. We did many changes. Morton did start.
Okay, good. Okay, my bad.
Confirmation here.
Morton. So even more to my point, people saying we played bad. We started Nico Williams and Morton. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Nico Williams played well, but
I mean, Nico Williams has really come along.
Yeah, he has. He really has. He really has. He's looking good. And Tyler Morton, good for him. I think he really does look good. But again, it's Porto. It's like Porto's, they're, they do well in Europe, but they play in a Portuguese league that's not that competitive. It's like we should win that game regardless who we put out.
Yeah, no doubt. They are like the PSG of Portugal.
Hey, fair enough. And look, people are jumping on me, and I agree. I agree with everything everyone's saying. We haven't played the best teams lately. I get it. But this is ultimately what we should be doing. We can acknowledge the weakness on the squad and still celebrate the victories. That's why you and I are perfect together, Steve, because I'm going to point out the positive stuff, and you're going to be like, I hate when they get in behind. I hate it.
It's the same things I complain about over and over.
Yeah.
Allison's handling in the back.
It's so
injuries. Everyone complains
sketchy
about that.
Yeah.
Other teams getting in behind. Yeah. It's the same stuff over and over. I'm like a broken record.
Hey, it's all good though. Okay. I just want to look at the positives. Okay. Even with Firmino out, we're still producing offensively. Even when Salah's not the one scoring, he's still getting involved with assists. We're able to rotate at the back this season, and Klopp is doing it more and more, which is very good because we know how stubborn Klopp can be with his lineups, and he's rotating a lot more, which gives our injury-prone guys a rest. Okay? This is crucial, guys. I'm telling you, it's crucial. Klopp isn't stupid. He adapts. Okay? He's stubborn, but he does adapt. And I'm trying to stay positive because we really have everything to be positive about right now, Steve. We have dominated the quote-unquote group of death. We're challenging Chelsea, who are a phenomenal side at the top of the table, okay? And we have all of our players coming back from injury, knock on wood, okay? I mean, just a week ago or 2 weeks ago, you and I were having a podcast where we were like, we need to buy people in January. We're going to be trash because of all the injuries. Like, seriously. I mean, this is how football works. A week's time can change your perspective on a team.
So here's one thing I do want to add, and you're right. You're right. So does Chelsea play United today?
Am I going to miss that game? Are you serious? Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you're new, by the way.
All right, they do today. So This is probably going to be the first time I root for Manchester United in a game, in a match. I want them to win.
You want Man United?
I want
Oh
them to
yeah.
beat Chelsea. Yes.
Or what about a draw? Would you take? I would take a draw.
Nope. I want them to put 5 past Chelsea, so that they no longer have only conceded like 4 goals. I want them to rout Chelsea. Bad. Like this rivalry with Man United, it's one of the greatest in sports history, right?
Yeah.
Lately, it's been kind of weak, though, to be honest.
Man United,
it's just like a
Liverpool?
totally different team over at Man United. Yeah, it just feels a little bit different lately. They got a new manager. I'll give them a pass. I'm going to support them today.
Hey, no, fair enough. I think I'm hoping for a draw. That's just me personally. And just to touch on the Man United thing here before we wrap up, just because I got to go to work, y'all. So I hope everyone enjoys their day and enjoys watching the matches. But we went through this under Rodgers. Man United were better than us at the time. Every time we played Man United, they beat us. If we were lucky, we drew. But now the roles are reversed. We are a better team, and Man United are rebuilding. And, it's not a rivalry, like you said. It's obviously the biggest one of the biggest rivalries. I think it's the biggest rivalry in England. But it becomes more intense when both teams are great, when both teams are fighting for top of the table. And at the moment, Man United really aren't. When we played them, you could argue like they were in the top 4, I think, at that time. And so when we played them, it was really hype. But then when you beat them 5-0, they just downhill. I don't know what happened. But
their season's over. Like mathematically, there's no way they're going to come back and win the league.
Mathematically,
which stinks.
No, it's not true. Dude, that's not true. They could totally come back and win the league mathematically.
They could, but everyone would have to have a disastrous fall off. They are
that's true.
12 points back of Chelsea.
12 already? Wow.
Yeah, dude.
Hey, but how many points were we up at Christmas 2 years ago?
47,000.
47,000 up at Christmas, bro.
At Christmas, yeah, 47,000 points. Our lead was.
Dude, I absolutely love it. Steve.
Yeah, so I hope Man United beats Chelsea.
Do you have any closing thoughts, my man? As I stretch.
No, I don't.
Well, look, I appreciate you tuning in at 8 o'clock because I know that's early for you. And everyone, I'm so glad to see so many of you this early. I know the time change is different. You guys had to adjust your schedules. We appreciate that. We appreciate the support. Thanks for all the input. If we couldn't get to your comments, we do apologize. A little bit of a shorter show this morning. Again, Liz, thank you for the super chat. And guys, remain positive. It's okay to look at all of this stuff and say, we need to tighten up here. We need to tweak here. But I think we're in a very good place right now as a squad. I think the ability to rotate is crucial. Having players available who are starting to get rhythm, i.e. Ox, right? Thiago's starting to, produce in the midfield, which is great because Keita's out now. And with Keita out, who was producing, it's good to have someone come in and do that. I'm very happy where the squad's at. And I'm just looking forward to, going into this holiday season, a lot of games. But, we got the squad to do it, Steve.
Oh, yeah. And we got Gerrard next week, right?
Maybe the week after. But, yeah, that's going to be an insane game.
I'm scared.
They're playing well. 2 wins.
He manages teams that just win.
Dude,
every game.
He's good, bro. He's a good manager.
He really is. I'm scared of him.
Oh, my God. I'd rather be scared of Gerrard than anyone else, though.
Yeah, no, I'm okay being scared of him. But we have to beat them.
Oh, no question. We should beat them. No question. But
imagine if we don't.
I don't want to. I'm going to stay positive. I want to go to work in a positive mindset.
Imagine if we lost to Villa and Gerrard was celebrating hardcore, like mad disrespect.
That'd be horrible.
All right, go to work.
Oh, my God, guys. Appreciate you all being here, Reds. Until next time, take care.